Welcome back to another episode of Boys Love, Boys Love. We are recapping Gelboys this week, episode 6, and we have some special guests with us today. From the Ride Can Top My Knee podcast, we have Jonathan and Kevin. Hello!
Hello! Oh my gosh. We're happy to be here. Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you for having us.
When we knew that we were going to do Gelboys, I was like, oh, we have to ask Kevin and Jonathan because I know that this show, completely steamrolled through your life, and so I was like, we need to know what they think.
Yes, and definitely better than any other of those other shows that were airing at the time. No, that was shade. That was real shade.
No shade.
For me, that was shade.
No, this show
but
was
the show was just so good, so good, so good.
Mm-hmm. You guys just released a full recap on your channel of the whole series, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we finally had our YouTube debut.
Oh Lord,
your faces. I know. We've been a podcast for a year, and we were just audio only.
Right.
And we were like, Gelboys has to be the moment where we go all out. We're showing nails. We're showing.
Yes.
You are showing nails.
Yeah, I'm not showing nails. My nails also kind of look crusty today.
Nails.
But his nails look good. So.
Show off your nails.
Yeah, I just got mine. I went full.
Wait,
Gelboys.
Wait, where did you go? What place? I want to know.
There's a place in Chicago called Tokyo Nails, and it's so funny because if you go to their Instagram, it's Drake.
Drake, as in
Drake,
as in not like us. Drake. He
Canadian.
Yes, he went there, and that's their pinned post is when he got his nails done there.
So random. I was
I didn't know Drake was a Gelboy.
I didn't know either.
I think there's a lot we don't know.
I think there's a lot we don't know, and there's a lot we don't want to know.
There's a lot we don't want to know. There's a lot we have seen.
Right.
Mine are very demure. They're just like an ombre peach white.
She wanted to be
nice
a lady.
And clean. I like that.
Thank you. So you guys have had this podcast, as you said, for about a year now. How long have you been watching and enjoying the world of BL?
Oh gosh, it's been a long time. Do you want to go first, or should I go first?
I'll go first.
You started.
You first
before me?
Were you first, Jonathan?
I feel like I started like a lot of people, with COVID. Everyone was deep in the BL, dungeon. I started with Gelboys on Netflix. So Gelboys. I feel like a lot of people started with a Filipino BL, because that was the main driver back in 2019, 2020.
Yes, but I didn't. But when we get to me,
what did you start with?
I started with the Taiwanese one. That was History 3 Trapped.
Oh,
wow!
Yeah. That was that.
Justice for Tong Yi. Free Tong Yi.
Yeah. We're still waiting for Tong Yi to be freed.
Yeah,
it's been so long. Oh.
Yeah, that one fell in my lap through YouTube. It just came up in the algorithm, and I was like, "What is this?" Because Andy Bayan was in it. And I didn't know who he was, but I was like, "Oh, he's kind of fine, and this looks kind of fruity." So let me go figure out what this is.
Fine.
I went through it and Googled and used my magic because I know how to Google things when I want to Google it. And then
spreads.
I found it. Well, I didn't find the spreads yet. I found the spreads later. So if you all know, about the spreads where he's spreading.
Oh, we bought the book, girl. He is one of my favorite authors. What a prolific writer.
Wait, let me tell you. Speaking of books, I'm going to be real quick because I don't want to take up too much time with this, but.
We have another one. There's another spread from another boy.
Yes, this is the one
who's
from
he?
See Your Love. Yeah, so, we could, his name is also Jonathan in the show. He has a beautiful keloid that I've always said I would be happy to lick. And, I
can't with you.
Right, listen. He's a beautiful man.
He's a gorgeous man. He's
beautiful.
So fine. And this book,
in this book, you get to see every inch of the beauty that he has.
Is he as good of a writer as Andy?
Maybe.
Or does he go deeper in his writing?
Well, let's just say.
I'm gonna throw up.
Let's just say that Andy, gave us some And so far we know he did not. And that's it.
Oh no.
Adam was like, you gotta.
Oh no.
Adam said, protect the artist.
I'm just telling the truth.
We actually just posted a Patreon poll that ended about an hour ago.
Oh.
Where See Your Love was one of the options for us to watch next. It did not end up winning.
Did not win.
Really?
But,
which one was it that ended up winning?
Your Sky.
From Thailand.
Oh.
From Thailand.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually,
so we
that
had
was
just
good.
finished Kin Porsche, and we were like, we need something sweet. We need something, a little
Wholesome.
Mm-hmm.
A little more
Wholesome.
demure than
A little
fucking
bit more
Kim
demure than
Porsche.
fucking Kim.
Jesus.
That's a real 180 from Kin Porsche.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Your Love, Your Sky. There we go. That one is good.
Sky.
Yeah, that's with
That's a Thomas and Kong.
yeah. It's
That's
actually
a Thomas and Kong.
it's really good. I think I watched it for Mike. That was the main thing. But we do love Thomas and Kong. They're pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I watched all of Middleman's Love, but for those who lasted the entire way through Middleman's Love, you were rewarded with some incredible steamy NC scenes right at the end.
True.
Just some
Right at the finale.
beautiful Tudor Yim work going on there.
and that was it. That's all the show gave. Other than that, it was
See, we're
It was-
the
yeah.
shady. You're the shady girls coming onto your
Yeah.
tab.
See,
We're so
now
sorry.
they're all gonna call us the 4 bitter old queens.
That's okay.
Of BL.
that is fine. You know what? I accept the title. I am bitter. I'm a baddie. I'm a bitter baddie of BL. I am okay with it.
You guys, I'm assuming this is Boss Kuno, so I'm assuming you guys have seen both I Told Sunset About You and I Promised You the Moon before.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So we're familiar
We're familiar with the work.
With the oeuvre of Mr.
Boss,
Kuno.
Mr. Boss.
I know, he's
Yes.
amazing. I love that man. His
He's-
mind.
Yes. And he shared out our little he shouted us out, which
Oh,
I'm still shocked.
Yeah.
I'm still shocked. You know, like he shared our post on his Instagram. So regarding our review,
I was in
and
tears.
I think, was it just before I left for Mexico or the day?
Yeah, it was like the day
just
before you left.
day before I left.
So he's active. Tag him, y'all. He is very active on Insta.
Yeah, I was shocked, stunned, like
You were gagged.
I was gagged. I had to make sure I wasn't dreaming. You know, like it was a thing. You know, and couldn't be more grateful that a great like him sees us as great too.
Yes.
You see, we're so humble on this side. We're
Share
so
of
humble.
a post is an acknowledgement that the other person you're sharing is great. That's how I'm glad we understood that that's how it works.
That's how
Yes.
it works. That's what that means.
Exactly.
That's how it works in this mind, I guess. That's
Yeah.
how it works in this mind.
100%, and I'm right. So, and that's it.
There you go. So we're going to jump right into episode 6. So if we remember, the episodes of the show are broken up by, there's like a general overview of the cast in the first episode, then each of their main 4 characters kind of have their establishing episode. So we've just come off of Bua's establishing episode in episode 5. We're now in episode 6. So everyone is in their he ain't shit era, okay? He ain't
Literally.
nothing. He ain't worth shit. So we start with 4. So 4 has changed the name of his airdrop from Gelboys back to just regular 4mod. He's blocked Cheon on
Everything.
platform.
Chopped, blocked.
Bua, on the other hand, is not doing his nails. His nails are naked. They are free, honey. He's throwing his tripod away. And Bobbin has deleted all the screenshots out of his album.
Yeah.
Everyone is wiping their hands clean of the
Yes.
situation.
Deleting era, honey.
Sanitized. Yeah.
Sanitize.
Now, RJ and I are famously married, but
Yes,
we've also
famously.
not been in the dating scene for a hot damn minute. Do you
Yes.
envy the youths of today having to do all this? Are you
In this
feeling
era.
jealous that you don't get to experience this?
I would say, as a single person in this era and an older millennial, I am glad that that is not my ministry. Totally glad that. And there's a reason why you don't date too young, because, listen, when
These
you're at our
days.
age, or our ages, when you're a millennial, you're more tired than anything, okay?
You are
I'm
more
so glad
tired
y'all are
than
married,
anything.
because that's one less thing. Dating, you don't have to worry about, because it's hard out here. It's a mess. It's a mess. And the
I've heard
kind of
it's
things,
not great.
Yeah.
No, it's not. And people lack communication.
It's just like the show. It's mind games. And
Right.
Yeah.
But it's worse when the people are like 30-something and doing the same thing. Like
too
it's one thing
grown.
Yeah,
Grown for
too
all
grown.
that.
Yeah, but when you're a teenager, you got to give grace because they're learning about themselves and each other. So I give grace, you know.
Mhm.
But
Sure.
yeah, you know. But I don't give grace to 35-year-olds.
Ooh. There I go.
Not that.
Yeah.
Have you ever had like a breakup where or maybe a situationship just generally, but where you've done this like I'm cleansing myself
I'm
of it,
done,
and then you
yeah.
jump right back into it like 3.5 days later?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
Oh, you have. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Spill the tea, Jonathan.
Oh my god.
You exposed
Why am I
yourself.
allowing this?
Spill the tea,
Oh my
Jonathan.
I
Go
thought we
ahead,
were all
Jonathan.
in
Speak
there.
your truth.
Speak your truth.
Yeah, go
Reveal
ahead.
your ministry, honey.
No.
Clear the air
I'm not
now.
putting my dirt
Okay.
out
Clear
there,
the air.
but
Yeah.
I feel
Oh
like
my
we've all
God.
been there where you're like, I'm so done with this man. I'm so done with this
Not me.
white man. It's always a white man.
Oh!
Oh,
Sometimes. There's always a white man in college.
There
that'll
is
break your
always
heart.
a white man in college.
RJ married his.
Ooh, there you go. You won the lottery there.
there you go.
Or did you? Or did you? No.
stop.
Kidding.
But I would say I have never had that experience but I've seen other people's experiences and I learned from that. And I was like, oh, that will definitely not be me. And I've made sure not to make that mistake. Now I've had 2 exes and we broke up amicably because we realized it wasn't working. And that's it. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's healthy.
It worked out, but there's a reason why I have like a several-year gap between my relationships as well.
Because dating is horror.
It's horrid.
It
Yes.
is.
I did date a guy. Ironically, his name was also Adam. I dated a guy named Adam.
That's the first red flag, girl.
Speaking of red flag, yeah, what?
He did not look like me. He was white, but we were not one of those white gays that look like each other, to
Yes.
be clear. Okay.
Because I've seen
Adam
that before too.
Adam also feels very defensive in this space right now.
And I just want to say, it's a white guy.
I can't.
But no, I definitely did the like. He was like a hairstylist or whatever, so like we would like hang out and whatever hanging out entailed at the time. And then he would like stop talking to me and I'd be like, I'm so over him. And then like 3 days later he'd text me and I'd be like, well, I'm back.
Well, I am free.
back on that
Back
shit, I guess.
again.
Yeah.
We've all done it. RJ hasn't done it, but we've all done it.
Right? I'm like, we've all done it. Kevin hasn't done it.
I haven't. But I've seen a lot of people do it.
I've seen a lot of people. I mean, like, I can relate to like with friendships like that, where like I've kind of in my mind have been like, okay, I'm done with this person.
Yeah, because you were my friend and you watched me go through it.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean like in certain friendships, like, oh, I'm not receiving anything back from this like one friendship that I have. I'm just gonna cut off.
Oh,
and
you
then,
mean in
friendships, yeah.
Mm.
And then they'd be like, hey, like, let's hang out again or whatever. I'd be like, well, I'll give it another shot.
I think I've done that with friends too, where
Yeah.
if it's a friend, I'm open because there's a reason why we're friends. I'm open to rekindling the friendship again if we can
Right.
clear the air and find a way to move forward. But usually if a friendship ends, yeah, sometimes it's my fault and I take, responsibility for my part. But if the other person is not going to be accountable for what they've done, well, whenever you're ready to be accountable 10, 20 years from now, if I'm ready, if I'm in the mood, if the stars align, sure.
If the big stars align.
Yeah, big stars.
Or it's
planets.
snip, snip. I'm real on
You're
snip,
someone
snip.
who cuts people off right away and then you good and you never want to see
It's
them
the
again.
Scorpio in me. I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm a Pisces. I go with the flow. So
Bobbin and Bua have discovered that our Ty's own beloved La Lisa is in Thailand, so they're trying to follow her around. But they're really establishing that like Bobbin and Bua are like friends now. Like and Bua's like, are we supposed to be secret friends? I don't want Four to get upset with me. And Bobbin, because he's like mad at Four, is like, I don't even care anymore. I don't even care if he knows. This will come back later, by the way, because he will care.
Exactly.
Because he's lying.
So they're all out having a kiki, having a little laugh. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, we have not watched episode 7, but we know from comments on other things that there is an aspect of Bua's character that is about his racial identity that is bubbling under the surface. And so I felt like if I didn't know that going into this, I don't know if I would have clocked these lines. But I wanted to point them out because I noticed them as we were watching. They make this like TikTok together where they're like following Lisa around, and then they rewatch it to see if they're going to post it. And one of Bobbin's comments is that your face is funny. And Bua was like, there's another one later that I think is more on the nose, but that one was the first one that I noticed. So I'm only calling it out because I think in the next episode I'm going to have to dress it again, so I might as well just nip it in the bud now. Who of the 4 main characters, knowing that RJ and I have not watched the finale yet, who of the main 4 do you feel like you personally align with the most? Like, who are you most like of these main 4
who's
characters?
your son? Which one is your son? Which one is your rising out of all of these 4?
So we, in our Discord, was it you who found it?
Yeah, there's like a Gelboys quiz, like a which Gelboy are you quiz.
Okay.
Right. And I think I got Bua.
No, you got Chien, didn't you?
Did I? I gotta go back and look. It was one of the
back
2.
And look, but
actually, no, I got Bua. Steven got Chien.
I see.
You got
I got
Bobbin. Yeah. So if based on that, then maybe I'm more like Bua, and I can see it because I like fashion. I'm usually the odd one out for a lot of different reasons in a lot of different groups. But also, one thing I'm not like is I'm not trying to do a TikTok all the time. Like, half of the time I'm like to be in bed. That's my
yeah.
But you are like Bobbin.
Bobbin's great. Bobbin's my favorite character.
Really?
He's so adorable. He really is.
I love Formod, but I think I am probably more like Bobbin.
Yes.
See, that's the thing. I think I am more like Bobbin because I am so charmed by Formod. Like I really see I really see myself kind of being trapped in that trap that Bobbin's put himself in.
So you feel trapped.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is you feel trapped.
Like History 3.
I think I'm closest to 4.
I think you're Formod.
To Formod.
You're Formod boots.
Because like my experience in high school and college was just men falling over themselves to get with me, and I really feel like that was my ministry. Was tending to the sick and needy, honey.
Okay, I see it.
Okay,
Okay, Mother Teresa, we see you. Okay.
She was praying.
Okay. Yeah, hallelujah.
She was on her knees, honey.
Oh Lord.
So Bua has he's like
restarted,
relaunched his TikTok career under a new channel, right? He's given up the Gelboys title.
He's Lisa Global updates. Like, he's just
So
he knows exactly where she at.
He convinces Bobbin to also get TikTok, mostly because he just wants likes, and of course Bobbin gives him his first like on his new channel, which is very cute. I am so tired for the youth of today that they have to navigate all of these apps.
I was telling Adam while we were watching, it was interesting to see that all of them like have their apps of preference. Like Bobbin is like, I don't fuck with TikTok. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
And so it's I think because I just assume that like, they just want all of them. And Adam was saying like, well, because when we got like as millennials, like when apps were coming up, everything was so new, so we all were just doing it all.
Like there was MySpace, and then MySpace died because Facebook took It was like there was very clearly one thing
when we would move.
Yes.
And now you have to be on all of them, and they're all equally important because they all kind of serve different functions. The thing I love about the show overall, thematically, is the idea that like there are a million and one ways for all of them to communicate easier than ever, and yet no one is talking. Not a soul is speaking to another person. It's insane.
And it's very much like high school teen kind of behavior, where they don't know how to communicate. They want to communicate, but they're scared to communicate because they don't know what the outcome is, but they want an outcome. Like, they're playing this whole little game within themselves, Yeah. And it's kind of cute, but, I'd be so frustrated. So,
and they're playing, I mean, like, high school is the chance for you to, like, be an adolescent and, like, kind of, in a safer environment, technically put on these airs of being, like, more
try
grown.
Different versions of yourself.
Right? So, like, you can be, like, for Maud is like, well, I'll be in a situationship because that's very adult and that's very nouveau and chic and I can do that. But, baby, that's not in your spirit.
That's not in you.
That's not for you.
Yeah.
Right. But at least he tried it out, and now he knows that's not his
now
thing.
He knows. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, he's going to learn today.
And he's still learning. He is still learning.
But the thing about the social media aspect of the show, and I think this isn't even just the show, right? This is like, I think people have talked about this kind of ad nauseum as like social media is proliferated, is that like our high school experience, obviously, yes, we had like Facebook or whatever, but it was such a small part of like what going to high school meant that like when you left the walls of school, you kind of were out of school, right? Like you weren't seeing those people when you were home or whatever. That social environment follows you at all times because it's attached to you in your pocket. You're never away from being who you have to be at school all of the time. And it would be so you would just be performing constantly, especially like I'm assuming as people who probably were gay in high school, and maybe some of us were out and maybe some of us weren't, like there was a level of performance we were giving in high school that I should have been winning an Oscar for, to be honest. But it would be exhausting to have to do it 24/7.
Anyone who is a closeted queer person in high school, the only performance you're giving, well, again, like you said, levels of performance. Me, I was pretty much exactly the way I am today. My mouth was way more reckless back then, but, you grow up and you learn.
I don't know, I still feel pretty reckless right now.
Well, that's why a good thing you didn't meet me back then, because the stuff that used to come out of my mouth was something else. But, only thing I was hiding one thing about myself. Everything else was pretty open.
Yeah.
But there was that level of performance. But it's true. These they're all doing this all the time because they're trying to, I don't know, I guess the best word is
they're trying to fit in.
They're trying to fit in,
They don't want acceptance, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of...
And they don't fully know themselves yet. That's another thing, too. Like, they're still learning about themselves.
We got to see what is the root of, like, what acceptance are they trying to, like, backfill because they're not getting it from another place. Like, Bua clearly with their parents, and Chian obviously, like, not necessarily, like, because it's because his parents aren't there. I mean, they're very, like, close to him, but they're just not around.
Yeah, they're not physically
around.
Yeah.
But I think it's interesting that this show, I mean, it speaks to the fact that this show is about a group of teenagers in high school in the 2020s. So they're all kind of like, yeah, we're all aware of what our sexuality is. But there's not an aspect of this show that adds the layer of like, and they're keeping their identity a secret, right? Like none of them really have that as their storyline, even though it was such a focal part of I Told Sunset About You, right?
Yeah.
Like, that was most of the show was about Bilkin's character and the fallout of like feeling like what am I? Like who am I, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like it shows like that there's still so much left to be explored in the world of like gay adolescent storytelling that isn't just solely revolving around the coming out
portion of it.
Right.
Yeah, totally.
Exactly.
Right.
So Bua and Bobbin are kikiing. They're making more TikToks together. They there's like this bit where like Bua's like dancing across the street very sillily. It's very cute. And again, they're going to make a caption, and he's like, "What should I caption the TikTok?" I am not a person who's ever been concerned about giving a caption to a video. Maybe that's just me.
Which is funny because I think like the ones that really go viral are like empty. most of the time. Like there isn't a caption. But
Yeah,
maybe
there's
it's
no
the
caption,
kids
it's just
now
a
that
couple
like
tags.
Right.
yeah, they just need to be like a witty one-liner, like a little zing.
Everything has to be dressed. There has to be a
Yes.
filter. There has to be a caption. There has to be they have to have like
Yeah.
this pan up to the sky at the end of the
Yes, yeah.
video. Yeah.
What I do love about Bobbin filming these videos is he is like fully like, you're amazing, you're hot, you're beautiful, yes.
Yes,
like,
I love when he does that. When he has these like
Yeah.
long little spiels. Like he did it to Format a
Yeah.
lot in the beginning.
Yes.
So they're deciding what to caption it, and Bobbin's suggestion is Blue-Eyed Boy. And again, this is the only other one I want to point out. He says Blue-Eyed Boy, and then Bua has this like reaction being like, or not. How about it's, and then they decide it's going to be like crossing the road or whatever. And that was, again, I just am pointing this out because I'm going to talk about it again next week. So that's for continuity for
I'm sure, yeah, it'll come back.
Yeah. I'm trying not to say anything because we already know what is going to be said in episode 7.
Oh no!
And I don't know if y'all. I don't think. Well, don't watch our video yet until after you watch episode 7. But only thing I would say is I did not like what he said, and I'll leave it at that. Yeah, I didn't like it. No, it was not. It was nothing nice, and I get where it's coming from, but I still didn't like it. Like, if I was in the room, I'd be like, you need to apologize now. Like,
You
need to leave! You need to leave!
Like,
Literally that.
I would be the gunkle in that room, for real. Like, that was not, it was nothing nice, you know, and there's time and a place when you can say something that's not nice, but this was not it. This was not it, and there was no place for it. No place, in my opinion. So,
well, sister, I'm pickled.
Sister, I'm pickled.
I can't wait to
Now I'm
find out.
pickled.
yes.
Okay, so let's go over and see what Four and his new girlfriend Fifa are doing. Okay.
Ciao.
They're kissing. Oh
They're
my
making
God.
okay, explain to me this place, right? It seems to be like a study room, or is it like a cafe? But there's also these like cots that are like bunked.
Yes,
and they're just
it's
like
both of those
making
things.
It's all of it.
I don't
It's all
think
of it,
those
honey.
Display, like, that's a little too much.
I don't think those
Yeah.
cots are meant to be a place for you to be making out. I think it's
No,
a place
I think
for
the
you to
teens have just
study.
made it that space.
Yeah, the teens have made it to the
Exactly.
hookup spot.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking. They did that because they wanted to, you know, do teenage things.
The revulsion I felt when we watched both couples make out. By the way, one of the friends in this friend group, I don't know if you watched Playboy the series, but I suffered through it. Porsche is one of the friends. He's the other one that has to like host a girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah, Playboy should have been no boy. It was.
And we're getting No Boy season 2 soon.
And we're getting a No Boy season 2.
Oh, and
whoever agreed with that,
bestowed with season 2 of Playboy, a gift.
whoever decided to green like that, I'm coming for you.
They're like together ostensibly, or at least that's Four's understanding of the situation. They go back to like the mall later where they're always at, and that he's like, "Oh, we should get our nails done," and she's like, "I'm good, thanks. That's not for me.
My nails are too thin right now. I'm not interested."
I really liked the aspect that they're in this like little store later, and she's like, "Oh, you can just get these stickers to like stick on over your nails instead of having to get them done or whatever." There was something about that metaphorically of it being a sticker as opposed to like going out and doing the whole thing that I was like, "It's because this isn't right, Diva.
Yes.
You know this isn't right."
And he like goes to an aisle that's like behind her. She's still shopping, and he's just like staring at her, like almost realizing that like, what's going on? What am I doing?
Yeah, he like suddenly gets
what's
the
going
eggs.
on?
Yeah.
Maybe that's where he
because
realizes
he's not over it. This is
Right.
classic. Like
Classic
I'm rebounding
rebound.
with someone else. And I'm glad to see that hasn't been lost to the
That's
sands
true.
of time. Like, I'm glad the children are experiencing rebounding. Except he's taking it so much more seriously than she is, because he goes to post this like AI generated fuck shit video, which don't do this, by the way. It's weird. He goes
It's
to
very
post this
weird.
video,
It's
and then
getting weird.
the brilliance of Boss Kuno, by the way, is the intention of, he goes to post it, he sees that she on her own Facebook has shared a picture of like a couple kissing and like sharing it or whatever.
And she's like, this is ick.
And she was like, this
Right.
is giving me
You
the
will
ick.
never catch me with a man doing this.
And then you watch him decide to do it anyway.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, it's a lesser creator would just have him do it, and then the repercussions fall out afterward. But it's the choice that he knows that he's going to suffer the repercussions and does it
Right.
anyway, that I was like, there's this thing that he also does this in I Told Sunset About You, where it's like a purposeful decision that you know will be the wrong choice, but you make it in spite of yourself to cause a set of consequences that you know.
Yeah.
Yes, it's so... Oh my God, this is teenagedom.
Yes. Literally.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
And she loses her mind.
Delete it.
Yes.
Delete it.
Delete it now.
Delete it
now.
Delete your app. Delete it.
So we had a whole conversation about this, because remember we were talking about how I feel as if she could have handled it differently.
I'm like, how?
But-
He's ignoring her calls.
Right. He's ignoring the calls. You know, I wouldn't have put him on blast publicly on social media,
Nah,
but
he put me on blast. I'm putting him on blast. I'm saying, delete this. Girlfriend who?
Delete this.
Who?
Delete it. Delete
Right.
it now.
Delete.
I would have done it a little differently, but also at the same time, I get why she did it, you know.
I mean, that step is banging on his door, being like, yo, please.
I know.
I probably would have done that. Yeah, I would have showed up to his house.
Again, from the Bilkin School of Cry
Yes,
acting.
Looking exactly like
you
Bilkin.
Literally just said that
I
earlier.
was telling him earlier while we were
Yeah,
watching
but-
the episode. I was like,
yes.
the Bilkin School of acting, like, he is bawling right now.
Yeah.
Like, all he's missing is, like,
The snot.
the snot.
The snot,
Yes,
honey.
the Viola Davis trademark snot
Literally.
dripping out of your nose.
Right.
Yeah. He wants to be in like a serious committed thing, right? Like that's his
Yes.
whole MO, is that's all he really wants.
Mhm.
And this girl, God bless her, she finds this so much more serious than any kind of whatever relationship that they were in, which again, I'm like, the kids aren't all right, are they? They're not okay. She is so worried about this one Facebook post that like 10 people are gonna see. I don't know. Are
Right.
people on Facebook?
Yeah, why are the kids on Facebook?
Yeah, you know,
Hello? Modern day
I
kids aren't on
honestly
Facebook.
was a little
I was
taken
confused
aback
by that.
because
Unless she has family on it or something.
maybe, but I figured like maybe they're not on Facebook like that. Maybe in Thailand they are. I feel as if, you know,
I mean, I
if-
remember like back when it was like when it's Facebook official, that's when it's official.
Yeah.
right, and that
Is
was
that still
when
a
we
thing?
were young whippersnappers. Now we're not,
Huh.
and I don't think a lot of us, even millennials, are on Facebook like that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very
Yeah.
young, actually.
Oh, she's still on it. You're married official on Facebook?
I graduated high school in 2022.
Oh, okay. Oh, you were
Boy,
a COVID.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
COVID
god,
baby.
my prom didn't happen.
my Zoom graduation. It's almost like their LinkedIn, where it's like they can like write something like.
It was so
It was
wordy
just
and it was so
yeah.
serious. Ugh. I mean, granted, I would also be as grossed out as her. I don't share a picture of me kissing you. Definitely don't make
Don't make an AI
generated
AI.
video of it. That's weird
Right.
as hell.
But she says, if you just wanted to break up with me, why didn't you just do it?
She said old habits die hard, which I thought was the strangest sentence I've ever heard from such a young character.
Yeah,
I was like, where's this coming from?
I'm hoping that was maybe
Like
just
a
within the
mistranslation or something?
translation.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we all watched this on iQIYI, and we know
Uh-huh.
iQIYI is notorious for not having the best subtitles.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
So I'm hoping that's where that comes from. Because it is weird for someone who was born in the 21st century to
Yeah.
Right.
use that kind of phrase, you know.
I don't think I've ever said that or thought about that phrase for me to say out loud.
Yeah, I've read
No.
it and I've heard my parents say it, but I don't think I
Yes.
said it.
That's four's narrative until we get to the Zoom call at the end. So now I'm going to jump back really quick. So we're going to go over to Cheon. So Cheon really only has like one scene in the episode before the end, which is very interesting. He has a scene where he's at the infamous like tabletop gaming club place store.
Yeah.
Store.
And there I just wanted to know, I love that this girl with her moxie and her gumption comes up to him and has him pay for her game that she's buying, and so in order to pay him back, she asks for his number. That's her own personal pickup line.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will say good for her, because this kid who is like beat down,
Literally, he had a full
nails.
mug that day. He had a full mug
Right.
for
He
that
did.
Right, we did.
I was like, I can see your blush.
Yeah. The bronzer was bronzing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, she's forward thinking. She's not like other girls.
But he politely rejects her.
Yeah.
Yes.
He says he's like someone. Like
He's in his Prince Charming era. He's
Very
trying
demure.
to.
Mhm.
he's
trying
on
to
his
get back.
redemption. He's
Yes,
really
yes.
trying.
redemption. Yeah, he quit the
Uh-huh.
smoking.
Yes.
He
He,
quit the smoking.
He's trying to act up and not act down. That's good.
Yes.
We like that.
Yes. So Bobbin and Bua, okay, back to these chuckle fucks. So they're still hanging out, being cute or whatever. They go to get their nails done. Bua is like a little like hesitant, right? Because
Mhm.
he's really trying to be a good person and not
Yeah.
insert himself back into the Formod and Cheon
Cheon
narrative
of it all.
Right.
So they, instead of doing a manicure, they get pedicures done together.
Mhm.
There's a moment where they're like picking out
The
what
polish.
the polishes, and Bobbin is looking down.
Bobbin literally is like, well, first of all,
staring hard. He's like,
Bua is wearing the outfit to end all outfits, honey. It's like,
Yes,
I'm obsessed with every outfit Bua wears in the show.
absolutely.
it's so
This
good.
is like
Bua
the
loves to give a
skirt.
good slay. Yes.
Oh, it's so good. The lace skirt, I can't.
She's wearing a lace skirt, but then like just like regular shorts.
There's
underneath.
like jean shorts underneath.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Jorts. Oh no.
So the
not
way they're
jorts.
like squatting
jorts.
down to look at this, like look at the polish. I mean, Bobbin is just staring.
Bobbin was not looking at the polish.
Who's catching a peek?
No.
Bobbin was
Mm-mm.
looking.
Bobbin was 100.
Elsewhere, honey.
That's what Bobbin was looking for.
He was looking for some.
Right.
Adam's giving no reactions to this because he knows I'm gonna cut it out, or just do a
Just
big old
bleep.
bleep. Just a big old bleep.
So yeah, so we get this moment, and then they have this like, Bobbin tells him to sit nicely, which I thought was very funny.
Yeah.
He retorts the same back to Bobbin. They get their pedicure done. Then they go outside and they're like playing
And
footsie.
they're footsieing.
Footsie.
Mama.
Together.
It's just very cute. It was very cute.
It's really sweet.
Isn't
Yes.
there a footsie scene in I Told Sunset About You Too? There's like a scene where
Oh,
like
goodness.
it's not, maybe it's not feet, but there's like a scene where like,
There's like a
oh,
knee
it's the
scene
knees,
where
the
they're
like-
knees,
Yeah,
the
it's the
knees
knees,
like
yes,
rub
it's
against
the
each
knees.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And I just, again, like, I just think he has such a good way of this, like, kind of, like, juvenile intimacy that,
Uh-huh.
like,
Yes.
feels way bigger when you're at that age than it actually would as an adult, right?
Totally,
Like, it
totally.
gives
Right.
you, like,
Exactly, yeah.
all the feelings, but then you look back and you're like, why was I excited that my knee was touching his knee? Like, that's crazy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's something so little, but so effective. And better than what we see in most BLs, which is, the two pinkies touching each other, which
Okay,
they
well,
use
not
that
too
all
much
the
on
time.
not too much on my school president and the pinkies.
Yeah,
Let's
I mean,
calm down a
now,
little bit,
let's
okay?
say my school president was
pinkies
done
work.
well.
Pinky's work.
Yeah, pinkies work, but
Pinkies
they
are
do it a
cute.
lot. We like to see when they
Yeah.
do something different.
Some
and,
variety.
Boss
The
knows how to do
judges-
it.
The judges want to see variety.
Yeah, something new.
Kevin and
some
Jonathan-
Versatility.
variety.
Versatility.
Kevin and Jonathan
Right.
want to see feet. That's what they're saying. That's
No.
what they're here to
I'm not a
declare
foot
publicly.
person. Like, I prefer people put their feet away.
Okay, so then they go from footsie to full on making out.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, Bua, it goes in for the kiss, but says like, do you feel it? Do you feel it too?
Mm-hmm.
It's like how
Yeah.
it translated.
Do you feel it?
It's so crazy.
yeah, it was a very
He's testing the waters there.
Right, he was
He
testing
is
the
testing
water.
He's trying to
water.
see what kind of reaction he'd get.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, yeah, do you feel
And
it?
Bobbin
Like,
does say he's like he feels something, so he goes for it. And then when Bua, like after they make out and asks like how did it feel or whatever, he was just like, I just wanted to test it.
I just wanted to try
Mhm.
I just wanted to try
is
that.
what. But it's interesting because I would have heard that. This is again where I'm like questioning the translation, but I heard that and I was like, oh, I'm sure Bua's gonna go off and be sad about that now. But then he like has this whole scene with this iPad because he's an
These
iPad
damn
kid,
iPad kids. Oh my
where
god.
he like I love and you can't. This is like I love this scene because you can't do this with English. You cannot take
Right.
the words the way Thai is structured and like play with
Right.
them in this way.
Mhm.
I
Right.
just thought like visually it was such an incredible metaphor. It's like truly
Mm.
it's the modern equivalent of he loves me not. Which I
yes,
was like, this
yes,
is
yes,
incredible.
Yes, yes.
And so he like takes the sentence that he had said, that Bobbin had said, and then reorganizes it to fit
Mhm.
the narrative that Bua has. But I couldn't decide if it was like, does Bua think he's like, this is the secret that Bobbin's
He's
actually
decoding.
saying?
He's
Right.
Wendy Wu.
Or is it that
you know,
he
he's
hopes he's saying?
yeah. He's
Not
trying
Wendy
to decode the
Wu.
secret message.
Oh,
Harriet the
Kittredge,
Spy?
Are you
Harriet the Spy.
Harriet
Thank
the
you.
Spy.
Yes.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Like Wendy
Michelle
Wu,
Trachtenberg.
Homecoming
R.I.P.
Warrior.
Yes. R.I.P.
Yeah.
You know who she is. Okay, good. I was
Mhm.
just making sure. I know you're a baby.
I know I'm just so young.
Oh,
The
Yes,
youngest
us,
here right now.
he and I are so young. We're just so
Same year,
young.
same year.
Yeah. So that scene's great, and then there's another scene where Bobbin the next day is like dealing with. This is why I've never gotten a pedicure done, because I mean, other than like just like a clear polish, because like I'm going to put socks on. I don't wear flip flops. But he goes to put on socks, and then he can like
still see it.
He can still see them, so he puts on another pair of socks, and then he like plays footsie with himself to like get those feelings
He's like
back in.
reminiscing.
But it's so crazy because when he puts them on the first time, he's like feeling, and it looks like he's happy about it, like he like is reminiscing, but then chooses to put another pair. Like all of a sudden, it's like, oh, and then I kind of like don't like it. You know what I
he's
mean?
ashamed.
There's
He's
like
ashamed.
He's ashamed.
He's
He doesn't want to
ashamed.
admit the feelings that he has. And low key, when I first saw that, I was like, your feet gonna stink. It's hot in
Ooh.
Thailand. Like, why
So
are you
hot.
double socking? Like,
yeah, too
That's gonna
And they were the longest.
They're-
They were like up to his
Yes.
knee. I was like, "What in
Yeah.
the 17th century ass
I was
sock
like,
are you
right.
wearing?"
Like, yeah,
you need
he's
to
just
put them socks down.
he's a
Like,
short king.
yeah, it's like,
I know.
Yes. In his episode, I think it's in his episode, or maybe it's in his charging gel,
Mhm.
where he has the like thing of being like, I've made my conscious decision that
That's
this is my
charging.
lot in life, right? Like this
I'm
is
the friend.
I am the friend who likes Formad and he'll never like me back, and that's what it is for me. And so now he's like liking someone else, and it's almost like he's betraying his
He's mad
own-
at himself, yeah.
himself, that he like could potentially like someone else. I just think being a teenager is so hard.
Yeah, it is. It is. You know, and I also remember during that scene, I'm like, you know, you can. Part of me wanted to be like, it's okay. You can like someone else. You don't have to like Formad, especially since he's not into you the same way you're into him. Like, he's chasing after somebody who's been breadcrumbing him for Lord knows how long. So let him chase crumbs as you go ahead and get this blue-eyed bandit that you clearly like and wanted to see if it
Blue-eyed
was pink or
bandit.
brown. There you go.
At school,
Yeah, first thing in the morning.
this is after the FIFA breakup,
Uh-huh.
which Bobbin had overheard. Again, like a brilliantly composed shot because they're in the background, and then you see a reflection of Bobbin in a
In the
mirror.
mirror.
So he's like listening in. It's great. I loved it. He goes over to Formad, who's now in his feelings, right? He'd just been broken up with. He's just been dumped. And he asks if he wants to copy his homework, which was their go-to kind of historically of their friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it ends up where
Formad like basically also breaks down and was like, "You left me.
I thought you left me.
I thought you left me
Mhm.
because you've been hanging out with Bua, and you know I don't.
hate Bua.
I hate him."
Mhm.
And are you like asking like, are you hitting on him?
Mm.
And Bobbin
says
no.
Diva,
Oh, we're just.
no.
Oh, I didn't.
Mm.
So I would never
we
betray you.
just both like Lisa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gave him a ticket. That's all.
Yeah. And I think that was
him.
and I think that was the additional reason why, you know, he was trying to deny his feelings, because
Yes.
apart from the fact that, like you mentioned earlier, he said, I have to like Ormond, like he felt he had to do that.
Yeah.
He also didn't want to betray his friend, because it was pretty obvious that Formad doesn't like Bua, because he had this assumption that Bua and Xion had some kind of street thing going on, like that Aaliyah song. But they didn't have that. So, yeah.
Oh, woo! See, now they're coming to get you.
Yeah.
They out to get you.
They out to get you now.
They want a street thing too with me.
Everything seems to be hunky-dory, except everyone's lying.
Yeah.
So
Everyone's lying to themselves. Yeah.
everyone's lying to themselves. They're lying to each other. Everybody's a liar. So then Bua finds out he has COVID. Bobbin also has COVID, which means the whole class has COVID. Everyone's got COVID.
Very,
so
very 2020s. Very much so.
Very 2020s energy. Now we get the most incredible scene I've probably ever, like, set piece I've ever seen in a BL, which is the Zoom call to end all Zoom calls.
Oh.
Oh, this was it. This was it.
I don't know if I'm getting chills because of the air conditioner or just because I'm thinking of the scene. Oh my goodness.
This scene, first of all, it's so, like, the specificity of setting this in this very, very specific time where this is the, like, you can't be like, oh, when did this show come out, right? Like, there's a bunch of monikers of when the time is, and it's like they're referencing all these K-pop comebacks.
Yeah, the song's coming out.
But, like, this specifically of anything in the show is the one that any audience, anybody alive on Earth that lived through COVID knows exactly when the show is just by showing them this scene. They may not be able to get the year exactly, but they will know, this is COVID.
Somewhere
this
between 2020 and 2023. They know. Yeah.
So, the teacher's wrapping up the Zoom class and says, hey, by the way, I have to just mention, Fifa had posted this thing on her Instagram being like, I broke up with Formad. If you want to know anything, ask him. So Cheon had seen that. And is like, oh, now's my chance.
He's so giddy. He's wrapping stuff up.
He was literally skipping down the plaza. Like, he was ready.
Yeah. He's cute. So the teacher's ending the class, and as everybody's, like, leaving the Zoom call, she's like, hey, Formad, there's a senior here who wants to... There's, like, an alum here that wants to talk to you. And so stay on the call.
So this is when Adam was like, who's running this? What? How does this work? What do you
I
mean?
need to know how
literally.
I don't need to know how Zoom calls are working in Thailand, because why is Bobbin running this teacher's Zoom call?
Yes.
Because the whole time, so the scene starts. So Cheon takes over in the frame. He is on the call. It's just him and Formad and also Bobbin, who doesn't leave. And for the first 10 minutes, I was like, why is Bobbin not
still here?
I was like, why are you still here? You are too damn nosy.
You later realize it's because he's running the call. He has to let in Bua.
He is the host of the call.
Right.
Hello? Is that a thing? If you give everyone COVID, you have to get the Zoom Pro account for the rest of the... You got to pay for that month? Hello?
I don't know. But it was very interesting. Arguably, to me, that was the most tense scene in the whole series. To me,
yeah,
like it was
100%.
And they weren't even in the same room with each other. I mean, it was so tense that somebody literally peed themselves.
Bua agrees with you. It was the most tense.
Right. Like I was not ready to see that drip. Not like that. I like his other drip, not that drip. Like, I was not ready.
So the scene starts with Chia. First of all, Formad immediately leaves.
Turns off his camera.
Turns off cam.
Right.
So it's just Bobbin and Cheon.
She said,
Literally.
Cheon and Bobbin are again, they're in the Zoom call. Forrest has his camera off. Bobbin immediately is like, don't do this, Diva. You're better than this. You're better than Cheon. He doesn't deserve you like I do, blah, blah, blah.
but then yeah, like saying like you're beautiful. You're the hot, like you're
You
hotter
look like
than
Linda
so
Evangelista.
hot.
You're a
Roxy.
model.
You're so
Say
hot.
everything.
Blah, 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 you get whatever.
Did you
She's
stone
like-
those tights?
And they and it literally, yes, it was like
It's like,
yes.
and Formad literally goes, you're on mute. Hey, like in a Zoom,
He pretty much had a
call.
whole monologue.
Like a
pretty
damn
much.
client call.
Right.
Hi, you're actually on mute. Could you unmute?
Yeah.
We didn't quite catch
Mhm.
any of that.
So he does
Mhm.
this whole reveal that he likes Formad, right?
Mhm.
And it's muted. And then he does like little
He does
hearts
little
at the
hearts.
end. And
Yeah.
so they say, you know, you're
Why did you
muted.
do
Why
little
did you do little
hearts?
hearts? And they, once again, Bobbin is too chicken shit
uh,
to not just be like, oh, here's what I said, and just repeats it. He's like, oh, this is how small your heart will
Will
feel
be
when
if you
he's-
get back
It was
if
to
you
so
get
Cheon.
back
silly.
with him.
It was so
girl,
silly.
come on.
And I'm like, Bobbin, just
Bobbin,
open
that was
your
your
damn
chance.
mouth.
That was your
Right,
chance.
come on.
Bobbin, you already said it once.
Right.
It
you
already
just
came
say it
out of your
again.
mouth.
Right. Let it come
So-
out. Come on.
So clearly the animosity is that Formad believes that Cheon and Bua had something going on. Now, technically, they did kiss.
Oh,
Now,
Right. But
it's
that
more
was
complicated than that, for sure.
Right. That was to check out if they actually really liked each other.
yes.
And we realized they did not at all.
Correct.
Well, for one person, the other well, I mean,
I think Cheon doesn't like him anymore.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Cheon did, and then was like, no. And then Boo was like, hell nah. Not like that
Right.
at least. So
Right. So Cheon decides that the best course of action to make this even more uncomfortable is to invite Bua into the Zoom call so that we can just get it all out in the open. We're just going to have a nice little meeting. Everybody's going to speak their truth virtually to each other, and it'll
yes.
be great.
Yes.
I love the addition that Bua comes in and has a full filter on. I think that was
Right,
so
with-
funny. And then he was like,
The
oh,
full pig
oh,
filter.
sorry.
because again, he thinks it's Bobbin,
Er-
like sending it like with the invite or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's like, oh, wait, it turns off when he
Right.
realizes
Right.
who's all there.
It's
Right.
so good.
And then they're like, so tell the truth. Boo was like, I
Mhm.
never liked him. And then he reveals that he now currently likes
Bobbin.
Mm-hmm.
And Formad was so shook, he turned on his camera.
He said,
Yeah.
bitch, what?
Because he's like,
He
I need
said-
to know this is the tea I need right now. Because it's hot.
Excuse me? Who?
Right. Right.
And so Bobbin,
All of a sudden became the main character, who was
Yeah.
spent the entire show being the person that's like, oh, it's never gonna be me, it's never gonna be me. Now
Right.
all of a sudden we are slowly zooming into his little Zoom.
and it's a full, I mean, they literally zoom in
They
onto
zoom
his
in
like
on his
corner
head.
panel, which is
Mhm.
incredible.
Mhm.
So Bobbin is like, oh, I don't like
you that
you. I like
Yeah.
Formad.
I like Formad.
yeah.
And
And it's
Bua is rejected in front of God and the universe on this Zoom call that he has no business being in to begin
Literally.
with.
Right.
So he's
Oh.
like, I gotta go.
I'm literally
I'm
peeing
literally
myself.
pissing my pants. And when I heard that, I was like, well, surely
'cause
he
she's-
means literally,
she's witty, yeah.
metaphorically.
Yeah.
And
Right.
he didn't.
Mhm.
He meant it
Like
literally.
It's literal.
Like I said, that was a drip I did not need to see.
That's crazy.
It was, but I
it's
felt,
crazy.
I felt
I
so
felt
bad for him.
so
remember-
bad.
I remember when I was watching, like, because we were watching it separately, and
Mhm.
I texted you, and I said, "Did he literally just pee on himself?"
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was the talk of the town.
Yeah, and
Everyone
I
was
was
like,
like-
did he literally pee?
And I just remember saying that rug needs to be shampooed. Like, those are the things that were going through my head because that's just the
I
way
would
my mind
throw
thinks.
away that
But-
rug, girl.
Right,
The chair.
the
It's done.
chair,
The pen.
like,
The chair.
Rug.
disinfectant. I was shocked.
It's all gone.
I was shocked. And I was like, man, like, he really was so shocked that he lost all bladder control.
That's
all
the
of
thing that I felt so bad.
It's
so
like
sad for him. Like his body has given like his own body doesn't know how to react to what he
it's
was
like
just
the
put
most intense embarrassment one could ever feel in the
Totally.
world.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's I on one hand, like I was like definitely grossed out by it, but on the other hand, I was like, it's so visceral, and like there isn't a person alive who doesn't immediately feel bad. Like you feel so sorry for him in a situation that he should not even be in to begin with, right? Like Bua, as frustrating as a character as he was through the first few episodes, because I was like, what is your deal? Like, what are you about, Diva? I do not understand you. Like, no way did he deserve what the fuck just happened.
Absolutely.
So does this make Bobbin the villain?
Oh my god.
No.
Stop.
Okay.
Okay.
Messy ass.
So I feel as if, because I know you and I talked about this, and I want to say, I believe y'all agree with this too. I don't think anyone's really a villain in this show.
No one's a villain.
Yeah. You know, I feel as if a lot of them make mistakes because they're young and they're growing and learning about themselves and each other and how to interact with each other. I do feel as if Bua was viciously villainized by some people and not giving the same grace as everyone else.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And
are you talking about like in discourse,
the
around
discourse
the
of the
show?
show?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, because there's been a lot of people are either on, I feel as if there's only two sides to it. There might be another one we haven't heard of yet, but they're either on the side of Bua's a villain, we hate him, he did X, Y, and Z, or they're on where we're coming from. It's like Bua's like literally a teenager.
They're all kids.
They're
and
all,
they all
He's the youngest of the four of them.
Yeah.
Because not all of them are perfect, which is what makes the show good. No one's a good, like, you know, stand-up person. They're all making mistakes, and I think they're holding themselves accountable in the long run, or in their own way, I guess. And I think you see that more in episode 7 when you realize that, okay, yeah, a lot of these, they realize that they effed up big time, you know, in many ways. So... But yeah.
I mean, but I think that's just generally the take of everybody nowadays not being fucking media literate, because they'll be like, well, there has to be a villain.
Right.
There has to be a
Has
mastermind.
Marvel warped your brains? What's going on?
Right. Like, not everyone has to be a villain. And that's life. You know, you could have circles of people where people do some shitty stuff, right? I don't know if I can say that. But people do stuff like that, and, you know, hopefully they learn that, you know what I did was pretty dumb and pretty mean, and grow from it, and hopefully not do it again. Like, that's life. And then you have people like the President of the United States.
Ooh. Who is a villain?
Who is
the villain?
Those
that
are
is the
The real villain of the season.
Right.
and you know what's fun? The villains are fighting. The girls are fighting.
Oh, yes, they are.
The girls
are
are fighting.
The girls are fighting.
Yes, villainous and nastiness. Uh-huh. Yes.
So it's so heartbreaking, and like I just kept thinking about like when you are you can't even control your own body and like how it reacts to it. Yeah, I just felt so bad for her because she did not deserve any of that. Truly.
Right.
It's interesting because like I was trying to think of scenes where a character like in any media where a character like literally pees themselves, and like the thing I first thought was the scene where in the Grammys in
A Star is Born
with Gaga and Bradley Cooper. Usually it's like, yes, outside of the like A Star is Born one, which is like more specifically about the alcoholism, it's more like fear. You're so scared you pee your pants.
Yes, yeah.
Right.
But like it's just, I don't know, Bua's like reaction being like just this it's just the most utter humiliation you could ever feel, and so to like add on to this level of like, and they don't even see it, that's the like he says
it's just him,
and do they believe him? Maybe they're just like, oh, maybe he like has to go to the bathroom.
They feel it's a metaphor.
Witty catchphrase,
and you're just sitting in your own filth, like it's, oh my god. he's
he just hit his own like lowest low.
I know.
I felt really
and it's like
badly for him.
It's gonna like stick with him for the rest of his life. He's gonna like never forget that. It's gonna be like, oh god.
Yeah, it's gonna stick with him and with his rug. Yeah.
Oh.
You'll have to throw it out, girl.
Yeah, throw that
Oh
word out.
my god. Back in the Zoom call, Bobbin and Cheon have both decided that they are going to go after 4.
They will both. They said they will both hit on 4.
Yeah, Bobbin.
Cheon said, "As soon as you're out of that fucking quarantine,
as soon as you're not sick, you nasty fuck, I'm gonna hit on
I'm
you
gonna hit
in
on you."
person."
in person, face to face."
And that's where the episode ends. Formad is racked with the decision of who is he going to pick, who is the better suitor for him. The man he knows or the friend he only thought was a friend this whole time.
Very Jane Austen. I don't know, Adam. I think you were cooking. It is Jane Austen-esque.
Very Austinian.
Yes. We also watched the Charging Gel. Have you guys seen all of the Charging Gel episodes as well? Okay.
Funny enough, I have not seen all of them, but I know you saw all of them.
Yeah, but this one is. What happens
Did you
in
see this
I'm
one?
trying to remember.
This is the dentist.
This
Yeah,
is the
I've seen this
dentist.
one. Yeah,
This is the Finsta. Finsta at the dentist.
Yes.
So Cheon, you find out, has a fake Insta account. I'm saying that for those olds who are watching along and don't know what a Finsta is. A fake Instagram account so that he can keep up with what's going on, but also post his little sad posts about how he misses Formad and everything. And it's similar to
Bobbin's like alt Twitter.
It's similar to Bobbin's alt Twitter, but it's also similar in tone to Bua's Charging Gel, which was him going through the drafts of the TikToks in kind of this reminiscent space of better times, happier times. It's not really it's probably not my favorite of the Charging Gels, to be honest, but I do think, like, I don't know what Boss Kuno does to get them to cry this sloppily, but still, like, there's like a beauty to like how deep they are in their emotions.
Yeah, it's just
And
so
then this
raw that he's just there.
This poor
The dentist
dentist comes
office.
in and is like, "Oh,
Baby, are you okay?
He's like, girl, you're just here for a cleaning.
Right.
a whitening!" So everybody's going through it. That's the gist of the show. This is a classic penultimate episode where everyone is at their lowest point before we head into Sunshine Daisies and
Happy Ever After.
Happy Ever After.
Yes.
For the happy couple. A double wedding, I think.
Double wedding.
A double
Right?
Very Shakespearean.
Yes. Can't wait for the double wedding. So in every episode, we do pick out an MVP. So someone's favorite performance. And it doesn't even have to be like an actual performer. It can even be like part of the show, the writing, the lighting, anything. So we'll go first, and then we'll have you guys pick out your own MVP for this episode.
Okay.
Adam, what was your MVP this week?
I think Bua again. I think Bua gave my favorite performance this episode. And I just really think that for someone who doesn't speak Thai and definitely can't...
Hello, can we help you?
So for someone who doesn't speak Thai and definitely doesn't read Thai, the scene where the iPad scene should have felt so foreign to me. Foreign, just meaning like there was such a remove for me to really grapple with the scene and like how hard it would hit for someone who does speak and read Thai. But I still felt like I got every single beat of that scene because of his performance.
And honestly, it was just his hand choreography of the Apple Pencil moving around.
I mean, it's really just an ad for Apple. That whole scene is just an ad for an iPad.
Listen, Boss was like, I'll get everyone else to pay for this show.
Right.
But me. So put everything in
and
here.
Would it even be a Thai BL if there wasn't some good product placement?
Totally.
In it? They're all so good.
Really good. I mean,
this Formad scene is
the
crazy.
Formad. Yeah, I'm gonna say Formad just because he posting that Facebook post, like, and seeing literally every emotion that he went through just to like make that decision. And like self-sabotaging himself, it's crazy. I think I'm just so effortlessly charmed by him and his performance, like throughout the show.
Yeah.
I'll say, this one's hard since they all did such a stellar performance this episode.
They did.
Since you guys picked the other two, I'm gonna do Bua. No, I'll do Bobbin. I'll do Bobbin.
Okay.
Because I just love the way he switched from Formad to Bua. and like the undying like support he has for him in any adventure.
Mm-hmm.
He's like so there for him when he's starting like his new TikTok channel. He's just I need a friend like that. I need a ride or die like that. That's my baby. And like I even have like the same like sweater he has.
Wow.
He got so much.
I got like the whole
She
merch.
bought it all.
credit card maxed out.
I am ashamed. Don't talk about those purchases. What happened in Thailand stays in Thailand.
Oh yes.
Oh no.
But yeah, that's my girl for this episode.
And I'm gonna have to say Bua. Honestly, I'm sorry. There is no way someone peeing on themselves would not take the icing on the cake for me. I mean, I'm of course more than likely there was probably a water balloon or whatever. You know,
method acting. She peed.
Yeah.
She said,
like,
she said, I'm giving you one take. I'm giving you one take.
Let me make sure this bladder is full.
Yeah, I am ready
3
to
liters
go.
of water before we shoot this scene, and that's it. But whatever Leon did, Leon gave it. Okay, Leon gave it this time around, and definitely. I mean, again, they were all fantastic, but
yeah,
that took the cake for me, especially to really demonstrate humiliation on Zoom and in your own space. You know, that's talent. I mean, I gotta give it. Flowers are given.
Flowers
and
are
also
and especially
a towel.
And especially like that whole episode is Bua is like trying to make all the right decisions to like get out of the situation and like not be involved and like put it all behind him and like,
and then be physically brought into a room.
Into mess.
Into the drama again.
Yes. Brought into mess and then creates mess. I mean, for himself, but not for anyone else,
Oh
you know.
Oh my god. Well, that was episode 6.
Do you have any parting words for us as we go into the last episode of Gelboys? Any wise words to help us
on our journey
to the
You
finale?
in danger, girl.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yes. And I will say you will not be disappointed with the final episode. That's the beauty of Boss Kuno. Like, I don't think you are, as you know from Itse, from beginning to end, you are hooked in. And this is the same way.
Yeah, you'll be hooked for this finale.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just trust him so completely. I just like, as soon as anything starts, I'm like, well, I know I'm in good hands.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Like, if he does something bad, I would be shocked. And I would be very disappointed. I would have to call him out on Instagram, literally.
Like,
Mama,
this is garbage.
Right.
Not Mama, this is garbage.
Mama, this is garbage.
Yeah. Like, everything he's done has been fantastic.
Where can people find you? If this episode was like, wow, I need to get in on these good Judy's conversations.
Messy
how can people
queen.
find you?
Gosh.
These two fruit cups. How do I take a taste?
How do I get to learn more about these two old queens?
Yes.
Talking about BL.
Well, I'm the old queen. He's the halfway old queen. But for the most part, you can find us on Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Podcasts. We're on Instagram. Just type in Rye Can Top My Knee, all one word, and you will find us. And we're there, and we're being messy and nasty and sometimes rude.
And it's fun. It's a good time.
It's a good good time, gals.
Those are about those old hags. If you want to know more about us,
come join us on patreon.com/boyslove. You can join the BL Lover tier, and we are watching Gelboys, and we are also, as we said earlier in the episode, we
just
are watching
started Your Sky.
This week. So that'll be
Yes.
fun if you're a big Thomas Kong Dumundi fan.
You're finishing Sweet Tooth Good Dentist next week.
I'm finishing it tomorrow, the day this releases.
And then a new BL will be voted on after.
Yes,
After that?
another one. So lots.
We're watching plenty of BLs over at the Patreon, so come join us.
Yes. Woohoo.
Okay, that's it. That's our plug. Well, thank you, divas. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye. And you look at you clicking your nails.